Excited about our next guest right here on GKW. We welcome in one half of the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins. You can check him out right here in Milwaukee, SmackDown on October 27th. Fiserv Forums, Ticketmaster.com is where you can get your tickets. Angelo, I'm excited to see you here in Milwaukee. But with SmackDown, you guys have now been partnered up and you guys have been doing some things with Bobby Lashley. What's that been like for you to be paired up and now be involved with a former WWE Universal and WWE champion?
Oh man, it's been a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Lashley has taken us under his wing for a couple years now. Like even like when we first got called up to Raw and he was there. So like he's always been in our ear ever since. And to be in a group with him now, be teaming with him now is awesome. I mean, the only thing that's like pretty weird now is that I'm in suits, but hey.
Yes.
How much of an adjustment is that? Because you guys usually have either baseball jerseys or basketball jerseys that have to be, happen to be themed with a lot of the cities you happen to be in.
Right.
It is a stark, in terms of the wardrobe you're wearing now on television, it is a stark contrast.
I mean, yeah, it's a big time contrast because I mean, Taz is used to rocking suits. He rocks suits to freaking McDonald's for some stupid reason. He's always been in suits, as you always know. I'm the one, in case y'all just don't know, I'm the one that's always in hoodies, sweatpants, house shoes. I'm relaxed. Now I'm in suits. It's a different ball game in suits, I just still getting used to it though,
So, AD, who's picking out that wardrobe for you? Is there somebody in WWE, or is it your tag team partner? Who's picking out
it's just me. It's just me. I just go and just pick out suits now. It's trust me, man. Trust me. There's one thing I've always hated in this world. It's shopping. Okay. Unless it's grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I hate it, Grocery shopping and video game shopping, but clothes shopping, man, look, that was possibly the only thing as a kid that would get me in trouble with my mom. She would take forever clothes shopping, and I hated every second of it. Even when she would like try to be funny because she got tired of seeing me in house shoes and sweatpants going to school, like she would like lay out an outfit and I'll just look at the outfit and be like, oh, you think I'm really gonna go to school rocking that? Yeah, all right, sweats and hoodie real quick. She dressed me up to go to church. I would purposely after church go play football in my dress clothes to make sure I never had to wear them again. And I would treat them like they were shorts, hoodies, sweatpants, get them nice, dirty, ripped, just man, trust me, man, it's a crazy experience when I have to go shopping because I get PTSD every time I go shopping now. It's just like But then apparently people keep telling me I look good in suits. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit more mature now. So, you know what I'm saying? And then B Lash and Tez like, hey, we got to rock suits. I'm like, all right, cool.
We've seen you and Montez Ford sort of grow up from NXT to the main roster now. When did you guys realize what you were doing was working and was going to get this successful?
Oh, man. Man, we had a couple moments like that, honestly. We had when they sent us to Evolve while we were still at NXT, when we were there, and we were like, oh, we can hang with anybody, you know what I'm saying? We could do this easily. I want to say TakeOver Phoenix, which was I want to say the very beginning of 2019, I believe. When we wrestled the Forgotten Sons at the time at that taping, and then as time went on, when Paul Heyman called us up, when we did the first backstage with him, and like did a couple backstages that day when we first got called up to Raw, that was like, oh snap! Like yo, we belong.
Well, so not everybody's had the success from NXT up to the main roster the way you guys have. What do you think has made you guys be able to connect with the audience, whether it's NXT or Evolve or on Raw or SmackDown the way you guys have?
Honestly, it's just us being ourselves, you know. Like we've always been ourselves no matter what, and that helps, you know. Tez is always super hyper, always singing, doing whatever he usually does, and I'm just always like the laid back dude. We always got like you always got those kind of you know what I'm saying, those combinations with friends. You know, you got the one that's way more outgoing, you got the one that's super laid back, but just as goofy in a way. But he's just like he just delivers it in a different manner, and like that's what we both bring. Because like people will be like, oh, we know dudes like that. Shoot, heck, we're even like that as well. And like it's just us being ourselves, and then not only that, like giving props to like guys like Paul Heyman. He was making sure that he's like, hey, just be yourselves. He was beating that in our head the whole time, like, hey, make sure you're yourselves. You make sure you're yourselves. Just be you. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? You come off as authentic. So as long as you're being yourself and not trying to play a part, people can see like right through that. And we just been ourselves pretty much the whole time.
Angelo, you had to start off as a singles wrestler and then get to a team wrestler with Montez. What was that for you to be able to go from singles to being a tag team guy?
I mean, it was cool because man, me and Tez were already cool before we became a tag team. So like that kind of helped a little bit. Sometimes like people could be in the tag team and they're not like really cool outside the ring. So it kind of like it's a little rough patch there. But for us, it was easy. I mean, I'll say this. Being in a tag team, I ain't got to work as hard anymore. You know what I'm saying? My wind is lovely in the tag division.
You're in there 15% of the time. You don't mind that other 50%, right?
Yeah. You know, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Whoo, I'm tired. Hey, bro, it's your turn. Bam, tap. Woo. You know, rather than being there in singles, you know, I'm like, whoo, whoo.
Well, I guess sort of along those lines, what are, if any, your own single aspirations down the line?
What are my own single aspirations down the line? Man, I haven't even thought about it, dude. Honestly, like I'm like so busy with this, so I'm just so focused with what we got going right now. Like, hey, like don't get me wrong, if a singles opportunity ever did happen, like all right, cool. I'm pretty sure people have seen me in singles action. I've wrestled Seth Rollins and took him to the breaking point. I've wrestled Damian Priest in the Elimination Chamber qualifier and brought him to a breaking point. You know, it's like, and Taz has gone and done unreal crazy things. He's wrestled Roman. He's wrestled Seth. He's wrestled in the Elimination Chamber. Dude turned into Spider-Man for a minute. It's, man, I like a lot of people bring it up, and I honestly haven't really thought about it. We haven't even discussed it. I do know like everybody wants Tez to be in the singles, which is cool with me, because I'll be there to support him no matter what. But me personally, I'm so wrapped up in what we got going that like singles competition is like the last thing on my mind right now. I mean, but if it happens, it happens.
What got you into professional wrestling? Who are some of the people maybe you grew up watching, or why was professional wrestling something that you wanted to do?
So what got me in professional wrestling was I was wrestling in college at Harper College. So I got recruited straight out of there, and we were at national duels, and our coaches like to play pranks on us during tournaments for some crazy reason because they just like to make themselves laugh. But they so basically I'm getting ready for my match. I'm warming up, and my coach Kelly and Coach Todd will come up to me. It was like, "Hey, yo, you're not gonna believe this." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yo, Jerry Briscoe is here." And I look at him. I'm like, "All right, cool." And and it was so they're like, "Bro, do you not know who he is?" I'm like, at that time, I didn't. I was like, nah, man, I don't know who that is. It was like, yo, this is Vince McMahon's right-hand man. And I was like, what? Like, I'm just looking at him like crazy. It's like, yo, Vince McMahon's right-hand man, WWE, Jerry Briscoe wants to talk to you. He's here right now. I'm like, bro, man, get out of here, dog. I gotta go get ready for this match. Like, y'all trying to be funny and stuff. I'm thinking they're like playing jokes on me and stuff like that. Sure enough, I wrestle. I come over. I'm breathing hard, trying to find the closest Gatorade possible. And sure enough, Jerry Briscoe comes up to me. He's like, hey, I'm Jerry Briscoe, WWE. And I was like, oh, you guys weren't joking. All right, cool. So like, he like, and to be fair, like the only thing I knew about WWE at the time really was like The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, like all those guys. So like, it was never really on my like in my mind at that point in time until I met Jerry Briscoe right then and there. And Briscoe talked to me about he's like, yo, I think you'll do really well going down there and trying out. And I think you can possibly have a pretty big future in WWE. And so this happened in 2012. So he gets me a tryout. I go try out. I end up making it. I get hired later on in 2012, and I've been here ever since, pretty much.
Speaking of pranks, outside of Tez, low key, who's the funniest guy or woman in the locker room?
Funniest guy, man. That's tough. That's tough. We all have our moments, I guess.
Like somebody that the audience would not believe, like, oh man, this person is pretty hilarious.
Pretty funny. Man, that's tough.
Super serious WWE locker room. Wow.
Yeah. We take everything serious in the locker. There's no. Hey, look, wipe the smiles off your faces. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh sure.
If I see a smile, I better see a smile wipe right behind it. Like, yeah, we take this serious. Nah, the funniest dude, I gotta go with Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy's the funniest.
What does he do?
Oh man, he just jokes around like pretty much what you see on TV now. Just yells yeet every other word. I mean, be in the back playing Tekken and stuff, so like he'll be talking smack while he's like doing that and all that stuff. So I mean, the only time he's really quiet is when I'm beating everybody in Madden. So but nah, I gotta go with Jimmy, man. Jimmy's funny. Jimmy's pretty funny.
Speaking of the Usos, we've seen what you guys have done in the ring with them. What's a tag team out there that you haven't worked with yet that you guys say, hey, we can make some magic with them?
Man, honestly, I feel like all of them, honestly. I think the Creed brothers definitely would definitely like to get in there with I would like to get in there with Trick and Mello, definitely. Trick Mello gang, shout out to them. Man, who else? We've already been there with Pretty Deadly, which is cool. Man, I just feel like we got a whole bunch out the mud, OTM. Definitely them. Malik Blade and Idris.
Okay.
I would say Los Lotharios, but we wrestled them a couple times. Would say Alpha Academy, but we wrestled them a couple times. I mean, if New Day ever wants a rematch, because the last time we faced them, we beat them. So if they ever want a rematch, they can get this work as well. I mean, right. I'll say all the tag teams, honestly, man. Like, we enjoy working all the tag teams. We're just happy to see where tag team wrestling is going and how it's you know what I'm saying, making a little bit of a big time resurgence. Obviously we feel like we're at the top of our game. So whoever wants this smoke, man, you know what I'm saying, bring it.
Angelo, thank you so much for the time, man. Cannot wait. Again, Angelo Dawkins. He is going to be right here in Milwaukee. SmackDown coming our way Friday, October 27th at Fiserv Forum. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. They are affordable, and I know you guys are going to put on one hell of a show.
You already know, fam. We in Milwaukee. What else is new? You know what I'm saying? We got to put on the show. You know what I'm saying? I know Milwaukee feeling a little different. I know the air is a little different in old Milwaukee now. Y'all got Dame Dollar now. So like now y'all trying to move a little different. I see y'all ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna have to put on the show down there in old Milwaukee, bro.